You're working a 9 to 5 that you absolutely hate. All you want to do is quit your job, travel the world, and make money online from anywhere in the world, eating the foods that you want, spending time with whoever you want, be in amazing networks, and just overall live a more fulfilling and better life. If this is you, pay close attention for the next 20 minutes. I'll break down for you exactly how brand marketing has completely changed my life. I'll break down what brand marketing actually is, how you can get started. I will include proof that all of this shit works, because I feel you, bro. There is so much noise online, so many different business models, so much bullshit out here that you don't even know where to begin or who you can actually trust. There's so many course sellers, there's so many false promises, there is just so much unnecessary fluff. If you don't want all of that, you came to the right place, because in this video I'll break down in a no bullshit, no fluff way how I make over $20,000 a month growing personal brands as a brand marketer. Now, before we even go into brand marketing, I want to help you understand personal brands, because I know that's a lot of people naturally don't know what this is. So just take a look at all of these 10 faces. I am sure, 100% certain, that you can name a few of these guys super easily just by looking at their face. Patrick Bet-David, Iman Gadzhi, Andrew Tate, Alex Hormozi, Grant Cardone, all of these guys are A players, right? All of these guys are super known, they have a lot of money, they run amazing businesses, and they have millions of followers combined. Now, besides all of these things I just mentioned in common, what else do they share? Because clearly all of these guys are super successful, right? It needs to be the case that they all have things in common that get them to the levels of success that these guys are at. So, what do all of them have in common? They make a ton of money online, they make millions a month, they run online businesses, and they all live the life that you want. They all have the time, location, and financial freedom that you are after. The question is, what do they actually sell? How do they make their money? And why should you care about this? These guys do not actually make the type of money they're making with the business models that they're preaching about, with the business models that made them famous, right? All of these guys are in fact in the information business. I want to take a little detour and actually just call a few of these guys out. Iman Gadzhi is not running a social media marketing agency, he's growing a personal brand. Grant Cardone is not just heavily investing in real estate, he's investing even more in his personal brand. Tony Robbins is not selling a mindset course, he's going all in on his personal brand. Because these guys know that a personal brand is the perfect way for them to sell information, right? I want to break this down a bit more. All of these guys, simply said, know something that you and me do not. They know better than you how to make money, how to get in better shape, how to improve your mindset, how to do X, Y, and Z, right? They're all coaches selling info products. That's just the hard truth. What do they actually focus on though that makes people buy information from them that's clearly publicly available on the internet? Let's be honest. You can do one Google search and find out how to get in shape. You can do one Google search and know exactly how to start an SMMA agency. Same as for YouTube, same as for your mindset. Everything that these guys are teaching can be found in any YouTube videos, blog posts, forums, or just publicly available on the internet. So why do people still buy from them? That's where secret number 2 comes into play. This is where I'm going to talk heavily about personal branding, because personal branding, what it really boils down to, is making strangers follow, trust, and buy from you online, right? I want to explain the whole concept of branding a little more, because back in the day, you and me and our parents, our grandparents, their grandparents, we buy from brands that we know, right? If we see an energy drink with a Red Bull on it, we buy that over another one that we don't know. If we buy shoes, we go for the swoosh. If we buy sports apparel, we go for Adidas and the 3 stripes. That's because we know these brands. They've been around for what feels like our whole lives, right? But in 2024, and in the next couple of years, this consumer behavior is shifting massively. Not only did people back in the day also learn from brands that they know, they also bought from brands that they know, but today we really buy from people that we know, right? We don't just buy from people that we know, we also want to learn from people we know. Question to you right now. You've been probably looking at a lot of these online entrepreneurs, right? Actually, who would you rather learn from? Would you learn how to make $1 million rather from Andrew Tate, or go to freaking Harvard University and listen to some professor who's never even seen $1 million in his life, right? Clearly, if you're smart, if you're not programmed like 99% of people, you would listen to Andrew Tate, or you would listen to Iman, or you would listen to Patrick Bet-David, because these guys have made millions, all right? That's because you would buy from them, because in 2024, people buy and learn from people that they know. We no longer just buy from brands where we know what their logo looks like. We know that if we buy from a certain somebody, we directly invest in them, in their values, in their personality at the end of the day, right? In their knowledge. So we have an easier time justifying spending money on people instead of just brands, right? Question is, why should this matter to you, right? And how will this actually help you make money online? The truth is, if you want to understand the answer to that question, we need to check what the goal of a personal brand actually is. So, the goal of every guy that you see online, and this literally applies, guys, for every single business owner that is selling something on social media. So all of your favorite gurus, all of your favorite mentors, everyone that you are looking at online is pursuing these 3 goals, period. They want to share value so people learn what they do. Take Iman and his SMMA, take Andrew Tate and his various programs, right? Second, they want to share personal experiences so people trust them. We all know that Andrew Tate went to jail. We all probably know Iman Gadzhi's story about his upbringing and his relationship with his mother. We know how Grant Cardone was a drug addict back in the day. So we are really familiar with these stories, right? And they want to monetize value. So people want to buy from them. That's why all of these guys have products, right? All of these things combined result in them making more money, having more core sales, having more status, more influence, and more connections. And this is actually what's compounding them to the massive heights of success that these guys are operating on. Because the more you make, the more you're known, the more influence you have, the more connections you have, the more your businesses will propel, right? I like to say that nowadays it's no longer the guy that knows the most who makes the most money. It's actually just the guy who's the most known, right? So if you're the most known in the SMMA space, you might not be the best at what you do, but you're gonna make the most money. Simple, right? The bigger your audience, the more money you make. The big guys understand how to do this at a massive scale. Like I said, all of these guys that I showed in the beginning of this video are 9-figure plus entrepreneurs. They're printing cash, literally. You should not care about these big people, full honesty. What you should care about instead, though, are the smaller entrepreneurs, the 200 plus million creators that are just on Instagram alone, who also rely on having more followers and more attention and their trust so they can scale their businesses, right? Not only are the big guys after all of these things, but every business owner knows that he needs to jump to social media nowadays, right? And that's where brand marketing actually comes into play. Let me make this a bit smaller again. Hope it's easily visible. Brand marketing allows you to take advantage of the personal brand wave that's hitting social media without actually growing your own personal brand. Because the reality is, if you're like me a few years ago, you don't have products to sell, you're not even comfortable on camera, you're still working a 9 to 5, and you wouldn't even know what to build a personal brand around, right? It would not make any sense for you to become a public figure if you don't actually want to become that or have the products. Like me, I launched my personal brand 3 weeks ago. Now, actually, at the moment of this recording, it's a little bit longer, but I'm pretty fresh in the game with my own personal brand. However, I've already been growing, as you can see from these various screenshots, millions of followers for other unknown business owners who also depend on attention to scale their businesses. Feel free to pause the screen. We've got guys with 600K followers. We've got guys with 200K, 300K. Just verify all of these yourself, right? These guys, all of them have in common is they worked with me so I can help them scale their brand, which is something that I'll get into in just a couple of minutes. But working with these people has allowed me to make serious amounts of money online. You can verify all of my results on all of my socials, all right? I'm actually gonna take a little detour right here because, let's be honest, anyone can create these screenshots with Photoshop or just screenshot them somewhere from the internet. Let's actually look at my own Stripe dashboard. Of course, I'll hit it with the refresh so you can verify that all of this is actually legit yourself. So, I collected 7 grand yesterday, collected a smaller payment today. I have $1,200 that are on the way actually that I'm expecting tomorrow. You can see in my time I've done just shy of 350K through this payment processor. I made over 400K, actually a lot more than that at this point, through various other payment processors. I charge my clients in crypto sometimes or bank transfers. So now everything is visible here. But you can see, for example, in the last 7 days, I collected 18K Swiss francs. This is about 20,000 USD. And yeah, that's basically all I want to share here. So you can verify that all of this is actually freaking legit. Okay, back to the dashboard here. So why do I make this kind of money? The truth is, I make my clients a lot more, right? Again, feel free to pause the screen. I just want to fly through these real quick. You can see one of my clients made over 300K in a year after working with me. We've had months where we hit $50,000. We've had actual days where my client closed $20,000 deals. We've had $8,000 days, another 50K a month here, $8,000 payments in a single day, $10,000 sales in a single day. So I make my clients a lot more money. Question is how, right? I want to share a little quote here. I want to share a bit of value with you guys here. You always get paid in direct proportion to the value you provide for a business. And big value usually comes from solving a big problem, right? So you shouldn't be sitting here thinking to yourself, how can I make $10,000 a month? Ask yourself, how can I add at least $10,000 worth of value to another business so the business owner running this other business can justify paying you 10K? That's a better way to think about it, right? Let's look at this big problem because it's going to give you the perfect introduction into why brand marketing works and why you, in my opinion, have to pursue this year, right? The big problem that 99% of business owners are facing on social media nowadays are these. Every business owner, every coach, every service provider knows that they need to utilize social media to make money, right? They all jump to these platforms trying random stuff out. They try posting daily content, they try to keep up with trends, and all they get is likes and followers, not money. This leads them to being very frustrated because they invest a lot of time only to get very little return for their business. So eventually most quit, right? That's because most business owners are actually freaking amazing at their day-to-day duties. Like they're good at running their businesses, they're good at coaching people, they're good at fulfilling their services, but they have no freaking idea how social media works or how to market themselves through content, let alone try and convince someone to buy anything from them online, right? It's simply a totally different skill set. Truth is, especially in the coaching space, most coaches are very good coaches, but they have the exact same problem. Let's take a fitness coach, for example, who's looking to sign clients through Instagram as a practical example. But again, this works for any niche. It doesn't only have to be for coaches, it's service providers, literally any business owner that is selling anything online. What are the 3 things that they need to make money? First of all, they need a good understanding of how to help people. A fitness coach needs to be good at nutrition and workouts. A mindset coach needs to be good at mindset. A relationship coach needs to be good at relationships, right? They need to have a solid expertise. Second, they need a good product that actually helps people. They need a good offer that is proven to get somebody from point A to point B, right? So they need to be able to deliver on their promises with their offers. And then lastly, they need an audience. Because if you have the best product in the world and the best expertise in the world, if nobody knows you, nobody's going to give a fuck about who you are, and therefore nobody's going to buy your stuff. And that's the big problem that a lot of businesses are facing today. They have a good understanding, they have a good offer, they have no audience. They don't know how to actually convince strangers to follow, trust, and buy from them online. And this is where brand marketing fully comes into reality, because even if you're the best coach with the best product in the world, I just mentioned this, without an audience that trusts you, you will learn nothing. And a brand marketer takes care of exactly this problem. The solution for business owners is to partner up with a brand marketer. That brand marketer will then first familiarize themselves with their expertise. Then they will feed the coach or the business owner they're working with ideas around that expertise to provide value and grow their audience. Also, he's going to help them implement frameworks and systems that turns his audience into loyal, die-hard followers who in the long run want to buy anything from the coach, ultimately making them more money. I want to go a bit deeper into this. What you're going to be doing as a brand marketer is partnering up with an unknown business owner. You will learn what he is actually teaching people. You will package that into valuable bite-sized pieces of content that you will then, in collaboration with them, post for them daily to their Instagram account. This will help them gain more followers. The followers will actually get value from the posts, and then from there, you will implement proven frameworks that convert these followers into actual die-hard fans that then buy anything that your client, the unknown business owner, is going to sell moving forward, right? So how much money can you make with this? This is a very, very broad answer that I'm going to give here, because the reality is a lot of brand marketers start out charging clients between 2 and 4K per month plus commissions on their sales, right? My biggest clients are paying me over $10,000 a month at the state of this recording, right? At this given moment. The reason is because the more value you add, the more you're going to get back, right? I make my clients hundreds of thousands of dollars a month. So for them, it's easy to justify paying me 10K a month plus commissions, right? And again, guys, because I know that there's so much bullshit in this online space, let me just show you that you shouldn't only take my word for it, but that this also works for people that are actively working with me. We have some smaller wins up here. Feel free to pause the screen, read them. You can actually go to my Instagram, go to the testimonial story highlights, and you will find many, many more. But we have some guys who are absolutely freaking crushing it. We've got guys landing 6.5K payments in a week, 4.5K, making 3K with their first few clients. So brand marketing works. Don't take my word for it. Do your own due diligence, check my socials, and familiarize yourself with my messaging, okay? Another question I want to answer for you. Why should you actually become a brand marketer? Why not do e-commerce? Why not do Amazon FBA? Why not do all of these oversaturated bullshit business models instead? Truth is, every business owner that is trying to convince you to start any of these business models I just mentioned are in the personal branding space. So why would you focus on what they're trying to make you do and not focus on what they're actually doing to print massive amounts of money, right? That's just a thought that I want to place in your head. We actually also have a few real-life benefits that not a lot of these other business models provide for you. You can do this absolutely location independent, all right? I actually relocated to Mexico from Switzerland at 22 years old. Actually a little bit later, like 23, just shy of that. And I can work from anywhere. I can get my MacBook and my phone to the beach and I'm gonna work from there. Then you have infinite upside, all right? The more money you make your clients, the more money you get paid in return. It is as simple as that. Are you gonna be signing $10,000 a month clients in your first month? Absolutely freaking not. You first of all need to build the skill set, then you need to sign your first clients, get experience, and then level up your income that way, all right? I'm really transparent when it comes to these things. You have full control over your costs. Unlike e-commerce, where you're constantly spending money on ads and maxing out your credit cards, or YouTube automation, where you pay $200-300 for every edited video, you have no startup cost and you have full cost control over everything. You're simply gonna be assisting the business owner you work with in his content creation process, in his marketing. The tools that you need for that, there is free tools that you can use in the beginning, and then once you sign clients paying you more money, you can upgrade your tools that you're using for a better quality. But point is, I started with absolutely freaking no money in my pockets. All I knew was the skill sets that I'm going to mention here in just a second. But the biggest benefit, in my opinion as well, is that with just a handful of clients, you can achieve a lot of revenue, a lot of profits, right? I work with 4 clients right now, and I make between 25 and 30K a month at this moment of this recording. So you don't need to sign on hundreds of clients like in the SMMA space. You need to sign a handful of people and they can pay for your entire lifestyle, help you quit your job, and actually level up your finances massively. And then the actual biggest for me, you learn the personal branding skill set. The personal branding skill set will allow you not only to learn these 6 skills that I wrote down here, but this skill set will allow you to take any of your future passions and turn it into a business. If you are very interested in fitness, you will start off by becoming a brand marketer for fitness coaches out there, and then transition into starting your own fitness-related personal brand. If you're interested in mindset, you can do that. If you're interested in anything else, you can simply turn what's in your head, your knowledge, your expertise, into a personal brand, create good products around there, and charge people money for you to help them, okay? So this is not just a quick way out of your 9 to 5. This is a way to reach your ultimate goals in life, the ultimate fulfillment, which in my opinion only really comes from actually helping people, all right? So, in simple terms, what I just described there, it's going to help you massively increase your finances, just like all of these big guys. There's a reason all of these big guys are hiding their true intentions, their true business models, because this is simply freaking powerful, all right? Now, the final question, why should you listen to me? I spent the last 4 years of my life working for a lot of coaches, a lot of service providers, and a lot of business owners, helping them scale their personal brands to not only $100,000 a month, but in some rare cases, millions of dollars a month. I had, for 4 years of my life, behind the scenes access to what all of these big guys are doing. And I'm only gonna share all of this value information with you on my 2 platforms, Instagram and YouTube. If brand marketing is interesting to you, if you feel like you got value from this video, check out my other videos on this channel. They will give you a lot of value about brand marketing, but also just give you a lot of clarity on how you can actually quit your job. And if you actually plan on working with me, if you plan on to get coached by me, so I can actually help you implement all of these things, reach out to me on Instagram. But really what I want you to take away from this video today is that there is no skill as powerful as personal branding, and that this is, in my opinion, a must for anyone who is seriously looking to quit their jobs. So, without stretching this little video too far, I hope you got value from this. If If you have questions, leave them in the comments below. I always check my comments. I want to help you guys quit your jobs. As simple as that. So I'll see you there, and I'll also see you in the next couple of videos.